Listen, y'all, get ready for some of the spiciest tea that's been brewing in the music industry. We're talking about none other than Latto and 21 Savage. Two names that have been linked for years, but never in the way you think. For the longest time, the two of them played coy, acting like nothing was going on. But let's be real, we all saw through the act. Fans have been suspecting for years that their relationship was more than just friends. So when it all finally came crashing down, well, let's just say this breakup is messier than anyone could have ever imagined. Let's take it back to 2020 when the whispers started. You couldn't scroll through Twitter or Instagram without seeing the rumors swirl about Latto and 21 Savage being more than just collaborators. They were showing up in the same places, posting suspiciously similar pictures from the same exact spots. Fans didn't need much to connect the dots. Latto and 21 seemed to be everywhere together, but they were still playing this weird, we're just friends routine. But let's be real, their actions were screaming something entirely different. Every time they appeared together, they looked too comfortable, too in sync. They were posting stories at the same time, showing off the same locations, the same vibe. And yet, both Latto and 21 kept brushing off the rumors. Latto in particular wasn't having any of it. She quickly shut down the speculation, going on Instagram Live and saying, "There's videos of me performing with him at the palace. Like, let's be real, this is strictly business." But what Latto didn't count on was that the fans, and we know how obsessed the internet can get, had already pieced it together. And they weren't backing down. 21 himself made things even worse, though, when he left a comment on one of Latto's Instagram posts that said, "No makeup. Dang you fine, it's only one way to come about you, twin." It was a sweet comment. Too sweet. Fans started going wild, and you know what happened next. Screenshots. Everywhere. They denied it all they wanted, but no one was fooled anymore. Something was going on. And that something was starting to look very much like a secret relationship. But what happens when the side chick gets fed up? Well, Latto took things to the next level. The cracks started to show. Apparently, she wasn't just sitting quietly on the sidelines anymore. She was out here fighting for her spot. When Latto started calling out 21's alleged other women, the whole situation escalated. She didn't just throw some petty shade. She threw shade with a side of full-blown drama. In one of the most viral moments, Latto allegedly lashed out at 21's supposed side chicks and went into full "I'm gonna expose everything" mode. But here's where things took a major turn. 21 Savage wasn't having it. He didn't want to be caught up in any drama. Instead of engaging, he allegedly cut her off. No warning, no second chances, he just backed away. And oh boy, did that send Latto into a spiral. She wasn't one to be ignored, especially when her heart, or whatever this was on the line. She went on a social media rampage, slamming not just 21 side chicks, but also calling out his alleged wife. It was the ultimate betrayal. And when I tell you she went in on 21, she called him everything but his name. And if you think things couldn't get more outrageous, hold on, because then there was the tattoo. Oh yes, Latto really made it permanent. In what was, hands down, one of the boldest moves of the whole saga, Latto got 21 Savage's real government name, Shea, tattooed behind her ear. Now listen, we've all seen people get matching tattoos, but this wasn't a cute little heart or a BFF tattoo. This was a full-on government name, inked for life situation. Now, when the tattoo was revealed to the public, it set off fireworks. Fans were losing their minds. The internet went into a frenzy. People couldn't believe she had this much faith in a relationship that wasn't even official, and worse, minus 21 was still allegedly married. Latto tried to do some damage control by claiming that the tattoo wasn't about 21 as a person, but about him being her brother in the game. But the damage was already done. The biggest twist, 21 Savage apparently got her name inked too, right in the same spot. Can you imagine? The ink, the matching tattoos? They weren't hiding anymore. They were practically advertising the drama. Let's pause for a second and talk about 21's wife, Kiana. The whole time this was unfolding, no one knew what she was thinking. The public knew 21 had a family, but what we didn't know was that Kiana was staying quiet about the entire situation. So when Kiana finally made a move, it wasn't by getting involved in some messy Instagram war. Oh no, she went subtle. One day, she changed her Instagram bio from wife and mother of 2 to mother of 3. That was the line in the sand. She was done. But she wasn't done in the way you'd expect. There were no public rants, no social media breakdowns. She simply disappeared from the picture. And yet, the world knew what that one little change meant. People were left asking, had 21 Savage betrayed her? Was she really done with him, or was she just keeping things on the low? No one knew for sure, but one thing was certain: 21 was caught in a love triangle, and it was messy. Now let's talk about the Sims incident. Because if you thought Latto was done, well, she wasn't. She had her own way of getting back at the whole situation. Latto posted a screenshot from her Sims game that featured a character giving birth. But what caught everyone's eye? The father looked exactly like 21 Savage, tattoos and all. It was petty, it was pointed, it was exactly what everyone had been waiting for. And if you thought that wasn't enough, we then saw a petty beef unfold between Latto and Saweetie. People started to talk, was there something more between 21 and Saweetie? Were they just friends, or was it something deeper? The internet's not known for being subtle, and the fans jumped in with wild theories. To add fuel to the fire, Saweetie called herself Big Mama in an interview, basically claiming her spot. Latto, however, wasn't having it, and neither were her fans. But Latto wasn't just letting the drama live in her Instagram stories. Oh no, she was laying it all out in her music. If you listen to her latest album, you'll hear her take direct shots at 21 Savage. In songs like Big Energy and Savage Mode, she spits bars like, lay a hoe down, then lay up with a savage. And they out here trying to cuff, I'll settle down. It's clear from the lyrics that she's not shy about who she's talking about, and the fans caught on quick. Yet, when she was asked about her personal life in interviews, she kept playing coy, saying, I like being private. Sis, your lyrics tell a different story. And just when you thought things couldn't get crazier, they did. According to sources, Latto allegedly had an altercation with a dancer from Magic City. Gorgeous Doll, the dancer, claimed that Latto booked the club for a video shoot but flipped out when her wallet went missing. The situation reportedly escalated to the point where Latto became enraged and began throwing money and snatching it back from the strippers. But that wasn't the worst of it. Afterward, Gorgeous Doll claims Latto's team jumped her outside the club, and she even lost a pregnancy in the process. It's all so messy and tragic. What made it worse? Latto's TikTok post, where she basically admitted to having her team take action against the dancer. The line "you talking about my man on TikTok" and got whooped outside the club was the smoking gun. And here we are, years of silent whispers have turned into full-blown public chaos. Tattoos, side chicks, a married man, petty shade on Sims, rumors, betrayal. You name it, this breakup has had it all. The drama between Latto and 21 Savage shows just how messy the music industry can get when the lines between friendship, loyalty, and love get blurred. So, what's the verdict? Was Latto the side chick all along? Or was she just another woman who got caught up in a twisted game of love, betrayal, and loyalty?